Welcome, friends. It is I, your LostScarf, and it's time for another practice shoutcast here, Solo Shoutcast. And we'll be seeing a ranked match from me in Bronze here, and the bans were Zeus, Thanatos, and Nemesis. The other bans were Zhonghui and Geb. Now, my team was Nuwa in the solo lane, Apollo in the duo lane with Athena, Loki in the jungle, and me in the mid lane. Now, for the other team, it was Shibalanke, was Ymir in the duo lane, Solo Ra, mid Poseidon, and then jungle Thor. Let's get going here and hitting play now. So as we can see, those are the lanes going up here, and we see Loki going with the traditional red potion open, and Thor goes with a Bomba's Mask with boots, and then he goes for a green and a blue potion, as you can see right there. Level 1 hand from both of them, so we'll have the both pretty similar clear times as far as Hand of the Gods goes. And the reason why I think Thor doesn't go for the red potion is he's looking for a kill early on in the match. And the reason why he would want something like that is because of his passive, Warrior's Madness. For every enemy god near him, up to 3 gods, he gets 15 physical power boosted. So, when he has 2 gods near him in the dual lane, which usually happens 2v2 for a little while in the solo lane, I mean, not dual lane. On the right side, Thor is going to have 30 physical power bonus from his passive. So because of that, he can hurt people pretty dang hard pretty early. And we might see him going for a kill early because of that. Now, because dual lanes on the right, we should see Loki, Nuwa, and Al Kwang taking out the mid camp over here. While Athena and Apollo will be going for the left side. Looks like Athena's going to go put down a ward at their camps. Yep, she puts the ward there, so now she has good vision of them. Ra does the same thing for the solo side. They have good vision of when the jungler and Nuwa are going to be over here, so he knows if they can invade or just when to worry about them showing up. So there's the advantage of those wards on both sides. As you can see, Ra and Ymir both have Eye, which means they're going to have really good sight, and it's going to be hard for Loki to catch ganks on the left and the right, while as only Athena has vision for the left side. So Nuwa will be a bit vulnerable during this fight when it comes to ganks. Now we see, there it is, we got the openings coming here. Looks like Poseidon is just, they did not go for the mid camp over here for the open. Very interesting to see that, they're going straight for the blue. I think they were worried about losing their blue. So the mid camp's actually here right now, and big surprise, blue team has no idea that's there, while the red team is not able to capitalize on that, and that does hurt them a little bit, because it's just good XP to start with. Poseidon's just there in the middle, he's not able to, he doesn't get anything extra out of that. Same time going on is, of course, the blue camp's getting clear there, and Ra knows that they're there, and they know they're not able to invade right now, they know that they're over here in the red. Oh, looks like it's going to be Ra on his own while Thor goes over to this jungle camp. And he's going for an open like that, and we're going to see just how fast can he clear on his own, and it's not the fastest clear in history, and it's not at all. But so we'll see what that does later on, while Ra is going to join it with Nuwa, and they should push back Ra pretty well. The Ra can do pretty well on his own. Al Kwang and Poseidon in the mid, this is a pretty even match here of Tornado against Whirlpool, both can clear very well. Al Kwang trying to poke with his Tornado, but it doesn't land. While the dual lane has some beatings on both sides here, the Branching Bulls is doing some good little pokes. Both ADCs have their blue buffs, and they're doing damage with him. So all sides are getting poked pretty good, except for Apollo at the moment. We see Thor come over for a moment. He doesn't really do too much there, though. And I think it was just there to push Nuwa back. Now we got Loki doing his jungling while Thor shows up. Al Kwang just sees Thor, and Thor is going over to the mid camps, or no, he's going for the red camp, or not, going for the Gold Furies first. Not the Gold Fury. The gold camp first. So at the same time, dual lane is getting pushed back. We see a blue advantage at the moment, just hitting them back pretty well here. Well, let's see, Nuwa and Ra. Now, Nuwa has built just straight up regular Vampiric Shroud, while Ra has also built the same. So they should be pretty even for now. It's going to really depend on, I think, just how much healing does Ra get to have, and how much ganking actually happens. We see Nuwa stunning Ra, but he wasn't his healing, so he was not hurt too much. We got Al Kwang pushing back Poseidon in the mid lane, just able to push him back, but not able to take him out. So they're both farming kind of well, but because he's pushed so far back, he might be losing gold and XP. Not some XP to the tower, but mostly gold because of how long that lasts. We got Loki in the middle camp, just taking them, while Thor is out getting the red camp. What level is Thor right now? Thor is level 3, while Loki is level 4. So Thor, because of his just weaker clear, is very far behind. It really looks like he should have started out in the right lane with Ra, and I think that would have served him well. Nuwa and Ra going back and forth pretty well here. He's beating on her pretty good. He used his Celestial Beam, slowing her down with his light. But she gets away thanks to Fog, using her Pillar of Light on Ra, hurting him for a good amount. He uses his Searing Pain, but misses completely, unfortunately. He didn't even get the edge of the fog there. Both are very hurt, but neither one goes down. Loki taking more of the mid camps, getting him ahead, level 5 to level 4. And Nuwa needs help from Loki, it looks like, because she is pretty hurt, and Ra can just heal himself up. He has a mana advantage for that. Thor is coming over for the gank. Is he going to get it, though? He Mjolnir's in, and he finishes off with Berserker Barrage, and she's dead now. He's going to use Tectonic Rift to stun Loki, and Loki can only just back off while those two heal. Oh, they're hitting Loki pretty good, though. How is Loki going to get out of this? He should just vanish out. And he assassinates out, and he survives. With Thor almost dead thanks to the minions, who do hurt pretty badly at the start of the match. Ra healing up and now pushing the lane. Same thing on the left side, we see Apollo and Athena doing some pretty good damage, but Apollo gets frozen now. He gets taken out with he gets hit with the Frozen Breath and Glacial Strike combo. Athena coming in with Confound weakens and slows down Ymir, and finally Apollo finishes him off with a shot there. So now we got a 2-to-1 advantage going on. Athena goes down and puts down another ward, and Xbalanque has to back off. What was going on there was just Ymir caught Apollo, but it did not look like Xbalanque really capitalized on it. I think it's because he was low on mana, he could not capitalize on it. So Athena was able to pull Ymir into a bad situation using Confound, and they just beat up Ymir to the point that he died, which is unfortunate for him. Now we got Xbalanque, who only has the choice of just staying back and taking shots. It looks like Athena wants Apollo to dive. Apollo did not die, but Thor comes in using his Anvil of Dawn. He does a lot of damage with a stun. Mjolnir's Knight to come out, Tectonic Rift to stun Apollo, but he's not able to finish him off, and Apollo gets out of there with Across the Sky. Ymir missing his Frozen Breath on Athena as she uses Preemptive Strike to get away. That could have gone a lot worse for the blue team right there, and it was very close to happening. It's just too bad it didn't for them. And we see a good back and forth going on between Ra and Nuwa. And really it's just, I don't know, I think maybe if Thor came in with Tectonic Rift and then did his Berserker Barrage, comboed with the Mjolnir's Might, maybe it would have been enough? I'm not sure. He did a lot of damage there, but they were able to just get away in time and they did not die there. So for the time being, it looks like, I'm not sure. There's a small advantage to the blue team right now. There is a kill on each side, but the dual lane looks like it's got the edge right now. Now they got the blue buff there because of what they've done to Ymir, although Ymir's not the one they need to worry about getting farmed. It is Xbalanque. But with Ymir dying, it does push him back a little bit. Thor jungling up, Poseidon coming over to the mid. Ymir is circling over. He's rotated over. Oh, Nuwa has caught Apollo with the help of Loki there. I'm gonna guess he probably used his Assassinate there, setting up with everything else, and they took him out. We have Ymir coming back over, seeing Apollo, getting shot by Apollo. He's gonna go stop the minions pushing his lane right now. And we see the warding coverage here. We see that they have a ward in the middle for Loki. For Ymir's side, while as for Apollo's side, they have a ward here to see Xbalanque if he's coming through, and he is coming through, so they see Xbalanque. So they know where Xbalanque is going, and seeing Xbalanque on the minute, they know he's going to go in here, coming in the middle, going to go that way. At the same time, Athena uses Defender of Olympus over towards Nuwa and saves Nuwa from Thor, and they take him out. Now they're pushing the tower, and they should be able to push it very well just because of Nuwa's ability with her Flame Strike to stun a tower. And her Clay Soldiers, they're able to hold it for a while and do more damage to it than normal. We have Alquang rotating over to the dual lane, with Apollo alone fighting back the Ymir and the Xbalanque. Alquang comes in, they're going to use it, he uses Tornadoes, and coupled with Apollo's basic attacks, they're able to take out Ymir. At the same time, we have Loki and Athena defending the mid lane since Alquang left the middle lane to go rotate over to the left, and they defend it back. Nuwa and Ra pushing each other back and forth pretty well. Ra has died once, but Nuwa has also died. But she did kill Ra at one point with the help of, I think, Loki there. At the moment, we can see a 2,000 gold advantage right now for the blue team, but it is an early match right now. They do have a good XP advantage of, let's see here, about 4,000 XP. So that's pretty good for them, but we'll see what it does to them later. Things can always turn around for the red team. It is very early on, 7 minutes in. Ra using his Divine Light to push back Nuwa, and he is just trying to hit her, but that fog makes her very elusive to catch. Same time, dual lane going back and forth again. Apollo gets frozen by Ymir using Glacial Strike combo, hits him down. Confound on Ymir. They do some hitting on him, but Ymir is able to escape out of there. Not too much damage taken out. He did lose a good chunk, but he is not going to die yet. At the moment, they have been wailing on Ymir a lot. He has been in the front line. Xbalanque has not been able to do much, and I think The reason is just because Xbalanque just keeps running out of mana. Ymir coming in with the wall and the Frozen Breath, but he's not able to do it because of Athena's Confound, and he gets backed off. Xbalanque with mana would definitely be a big problem for Athena and Apollo, but right now he does not have any. I don't know what he could do. Loki gets taken out by Thor in the jungle. They fight, and he gets taken out there. We got a lot of fighting going on in the dual lane here. And they're just going back and forth a lot in the dual lane. It is just one kill for Apollo and also one kill for Athena, but that was over in the right lane on Ra. Noah gets pushed back by Ra right now, and Ra is just able to push the minions back with the minions and himself with the healing. And we see a lot of pushback in the left lane from blue on red, and they could really use some help from Thor. Oh, nice combo there. Confound and shield wall combo coupled with So Beautiful from Apollo, and then to finish off with the basic attack. Athena used her Defender of Olympus on Apollo, hoping he would dive in to kill Ymir, but it does not happen there. Looks like Ao Kuang rotated over to help with Ra, but because of vision, Ra totally knew where Ao Kuang was, so he could not do much there. And mid lane was being attacked by Thor there. So we see this clear advantage going on by Apollo and Athena right now, and thanks to vision, Apollo knows Thor's coming, so he gets out of there with Across the Sky. And just looking at the duo right now, we can see Apollo and Athena are 10 and 9 against Ymir and Xbalanque, who are 8 and 9. And Xbalanque is suffering some really bad mana problems right now, which he really needs to rectify, which they're going to rectify by getting the blue buff for him. If Apollo had blue buff at 2 certain occasions, I think that could have turned around and been a double kill for the red team, but did not happen. Ao Kuang comes in using Spirit's Tempest just to break up the blue buff, but he was not able to take it away from the enemy. And now he's being attacked there, but he's able to get away. At the same time, Loki is jungling. And we got Nuwa pushing Ra back very well at the moment, but Ra is staying alive here. And he's healing up thanks to his the Solar Blessing. Thor in the mid. Oh, Confound on Poseidon right now. Hurt a lot with the shield wall, but Ao Kuang was not able to help capitalize on that too far back and has no mana. Looks like he needs to go back. Same time, we got Nuwa just pushing back Ra at the moment. And this is just an interesting match between the two. He pushes her back, she pushes him back. But it's the junglers that are deciding who actually gets killed in this fight so far. Are they looking at the Gold Fury? No, they're not looking at the Gold Fury right now. They're just running through. Ymir's cycling, rotating through the mid. He might be going towards the right to help out. No, Poseidon gets caught by Loki with his Assassinate. And Ymir using the Frozen Breath on Loki. Using Shards of Ice on him. He's not able to finish him off. Loki is barely alive. Loki is running away right now. Thor using his Anvil of Dawn to go in on Nuwa. He did not know about Loki, it looks like, and he takes out Nuwa though, so either way he got a kill. And Loki is able to escape. Very lucky break for Loki, not dying to Shards of Ice. I don't know if that was a fully charged Shards of Ice. If it was, wow. If it was not, too bad Ymir did not hold it a moment longer to finish off that Loki. But Loki escapes while at the same time Nuwa is taken out by Thor. So Thor was in a position where he could have gotten a kill either way, and he went for Nuwa on that one. Now the blue tower is being pushed back and damaged by the red team there. Ra going back to heal up and get ready for the next engagement. Ymir chasing Athena for reasons I understand. She has a bubble, so he can't really freeze her. And not much going to happen out of that situation between those two. We have Thor and Ymir coming over for Apollo, but because of the vision that they have, they know that they're coming, and Apollo may be able to get out of there. Athena using Defender of Olympus to just defend Apollo. He uses the moves to escape. Is Athena able to get away, though? No, she is not. She saves Apollo, but she dies herself. Which is what Guardians do, though. They save their ADC's lives, and that's what happened there. She saved Apollo's life by getting in there with Defender of Olympus and trying to keep the enemy off. They killed her, but Apollo did not. So good for him, and he's able to farm more. Ao Kuang versus Thor in the middle. Use Squall and use Tornadoes, but Thor is able to get away thanks to Mjolnir's attunement, and he gets away. So your Nuwa and Ra going back and forth. Once again, they're even levels right now. Ra has built... Oh no, Pillars of Heaven coming out, slowing down Ra. He uses Searing Pain. It does hit Nuwa, but Loki finishes him off. And now Nuwa, well, she has no one to bother, so she's able to move on and push the red tower. I apologize for mixing up names too dang often. Ymir rotating over to try to defend the right tower right now. That right tower is in a lot of pain here. He should be able to freeze them off, but there are a lot of minions there to slow him down. Ymir going straight for the fog there. Freeze Breath. And then the Glacial Strike using Shards of Ice. He uses it. Explodes, not enough damage to kill her. She is going to get away there. While at the same time, Loki melted and killed the tower. I do believe Ymir should have gone to defend the tower, but he did not, and the tower was lost for it. But Poseidon came over and released the Kraken on Nuwa, and she gets finished off there. So red team loses the tower, but they gain a kill, but I don't think that's a very good trade considering how much golden XP you get out of that. And Loki is vanishing around. Is he going to take a look at Thor? No, he's going to get out of there. It looks like, yeah, he's getting out of there. Akong circling back over, not able to do anything there. And we had the left lane tower being pushed as well by Apollo and Athena. And they might be able to take it out. Looks like Apollo's backing out for now because the tower's going to take a shot there. And that tower just needs a little bit to go down. Thor coming in with Tectonic Rift, trying to stun Athena, but he gets rid of her bubble, so that's good there for them. Ra is now pushing the right tower. He's able to take it out. Nuwa is teleporting in. No, Alquang is teleporting in. Nuwa doesn't teleport. And he gets taken out there. So now the towers are even on the right side. Left sides are pretty hurt, though. Now we have Shibalanka getting the blue buff. They see him there, but they're not able to do anything because they are dealing with Ymir in the left lane, and he pushes them back pretty well. So they're able to get the blue buff for themselves. Now the vision here by Ra has really helped out with the ganks. He's only been ganked twice. And that's because he was in too deep for one, and then he was just caught at his own tower for a dive there. So he's been doing pretty well with those wards. We have Ra rotating over with Shibalanka and Ymir. But Athena and Apollo, because of their wards, know that he's coming, and they're staying at their tower for the time being, keeping themselves safe. And Alquan coming in, misses the Squall, throwing his tornadoes out, does a little bit of damage to Ra. Alquan getting caught by Frost Breath and Shards of Ice. He throws out the Spirit's Tempest. What does it do? It hits Ymir, and Alquang is very low. One touch will take him out. Thor comes in with Mjolnir's Attunement and finishes off with the Berserker's Barrage. Loki comes in with his Assassinate, but not able to help out at all. We see a lot of action going out there. Ymir gets taken out because of Apollo using Across the Sky to come in. Thor comes out with Mjolnir's Attunement and Berserker Barrage, but he gets stopped by Apollo's Mesmerize, but then he gets finished off by Ra. So 2-for-1 discount in favor of the red team, but at the same time we have Nuwa pushing the right tower back, and she destroys it, giving the blue team another advantage. So we just see a lot of kills going in one way, and then a tower going down because of Nuwa. So I think it's a fair trade there. 2-for-1 for red as far as kills go, but they also lost a tower, so the edge goes in gold and XP towards the blue team for that one. At the same time, we have Loki jungling at the moment. Ward coverage mostly in the middle of the left tower there. They can see if anyone comes over there. Poseidon is pushing the mid right now. Alquang is finally coming out. Doesn't look like he has. Nope, he's using his teleportation to come in. Nuwa trying to push back Poseidon. She pushes him back with her Flame Strike fire attacks. Alquang with the Squall and Tornadoes, using the Spirit's Tempest. I do not know how to turn off slow motion right now. And he misses it entirely. Oh yeah, slow motion is L. Shibalanka dives to Loki in the left lane. Did not catch it because of what was going on in the mid there. And there you go, Nuwa farming out. Thor coming out. He uses Mjolnir's Attunement. She gets finished off by Ra. I'm going to assume he used Searing Pain and just blew her down. And let's see here. We got, 5 towers to 4 towers. Those are very low here. Ymir gets taken out by Loki, Athena, and Apollo there. And now they're pushing the tower, and it goes down. So now it's 3 to 5 towers. Just a good advantage for the blue team because of all those towers going down. Thor using Anvil of Dawn to come down, and he lands on Athena and takes her out. So down she goes, using Mjolnir's Attunement. He did not use it to escape, though. Across the Sky coming out from Apollo. Loki with Assassinate, and Across the Sky by Apollo finishes off Thor. See a lot of action here in the middle. We got Ra using Blinding Light on Loki. Loki gets away. No, Divine Light. Loki gets slowed down, but he's fighting back now. He's got hurt by the Solar Blessing and Celestial Beam. What is Loki going to do? He's trapped in the Divine Light. Poseidon and Ra just not able to finish off Loki. He's able to vanish out. Wow, that was amazing. They could have really killed him there. But Loki was able to escape just barely and then use Vanish to get out of there. That could have been disastrous. If Poseidon was able to put his Whirlpool in the right area, that could have been the death of Loki because they could have tracked him through damage numbers, but he was able to get away. See here, Ra is coming over and pushing the right lane, fighting Nuwa again. He's 16 to her 15. He has built anti-mage with his Void Stone. She's gone for basic attacks with Void Stone and Hasteless. She puts out the Pillars of Heaven, separates the two of them. She has a mana advantage, his HP advantage, and he is escaping thanks to the speed he has from his Speed of Light passive. What is going on over here? We got back in the left lane. There's a lot of action going on. Thor is just jungling at the moment. Not a lot going on here. Let's get, we got a far shot here. Got that C, lets you get a further shot out. We're going back and forth. Confound on Ymir. A lot of damage coming out from Apollo. Athena's on her own, though. Is she able to use Defender of Olympus? She does. She escapes with that. And there's a rotation over to the left lane. 4 gods there. No one to kill at the moment unless they dive the tower. Ymir's very low. And Ymir's able to get away, though. Ao Kuang rotating over, not able to do anything, goes back away from that. And middle tower got hurt a little bit. Athena going out, confounding the Xbalanque, attacking with the shield wall, not able to do too much to him. She's getting beat back now. We got Nuwa, who's trying to push back the right lane once again. Ao Kuang in the middle is just pushing back and forth with the middle lane. Not able to do too much, though. He's just pushing back and farming it, because as you can see, he does have Warlock Sash, so he's building up stacks on that one. And Loki is very low here. Looks like he went for a tower dive, did not successful there. He's trying to get away from Ymir. He does get away. Now Ymir is dealing with Athena and Apollo, trying to take the blue buff away, but he's not able to because of the confound from Athena. And they get away with the blue buff for Apollo. Xbalanque's not able to do too much because he's low on HP. Nuwa was in very deep over here on the right lane, fighting Thor, but gets taken out with Ra's help, and there he goes. Ao Kuang rotating over, but they're too late to catch Thor, so now he's farming away. So Red was able to get a free kill there on Nuwa, who was just way too deep on this side of the lane. Ao Kuang fighting Ra right now, using Squall and then Spirit's Tempest, then Tornadoes, but Ra is able to heal himself up using Solar Blessing. Now Thor comes in with the Tectonic Rift, the Homogeneous Attunement, and then Berserker Barrage, and then finished off by Ra's Celestial Beam. Ao Kuang completely got one out of position, just like Nuwa did, and he died just like she did, so bad on him for that. Really, if you're going to be in deep, you need friends to be there with you, because when they spot you, you're close to their side, so they get to you sooner. And that's what happened to Nuwa and Ao Kuang. Loki looking around, Apollo looking around, Athena sees Thor. Are they going to circle around for him? Looks like they are. Thor using Tectonic Rift, Berserker Barrage hurting Loki a lot. Athena using Confound. Oh, we got a lot of people here. Ra with his Searing Pain takes out Loki. Celestial Beam to weaken Apollo, but Thor gets taken out in all that mess. And it's a 1-for-1 on that one. That could have gone badly for Apollo there. He was very low. And Ra was at low as well with no mana. He could have been taken out as well. That could have been a lot worse for both teams there. Let's see here. Ymir with the Freeze Breath and then his Shards of Ice. He was able to hurt Nuwa for a lot, but not able to finish off. She is a mage with a Void Stone. He's going to be hard to kill her. 17-2 on the levels. Ymir should probably back the hell up. And he needs to run out of there. He's getting beat on pretty hard there. Apollo is shredding him down. This isn't thanks to his... Honestly, given attack speed, he has a pretty built-up Heart Seeker because he hasn't died that often. And he's just doing a lot of damage thanks to his Audacity given attack speed. Athena trying to escape. She used Preemptive Strike to get out of there. But because of the speed that Ra has, he's able to catch up. And he finishes her off using Celestial Beam. You didn't see it, but I could hear it. And it looks like Spectator's missing some ability actions. At the same time, Ao Kuang took out Poseidon. Nuwa gets caught with the back end of Mjolnir's attunement there. Thor using his Anvil of Dawn. He's going to catch. He's going to catch. He's going for Ao Kuang. Ao Kuang is very low here. 3-on-1 going on here. Ao Kuang puts out his Tornadoes. They came out really late on the Spectator there. Ao Kuang using his Teleport. And he is able to get away to a tower there. Nice usage of Shield to Teleport to escape. He gets away. Very lucky he had that on him at the moment. That was one punch away from taking him out. So we see here, we see Loki and Loki using Sesame Rod, and they finish him off with Apollo's help to weaken him. Xbalanque out of mana again. And we got Ymir coming out with Freezing Breath, and then he's able to do some more damage. Glacial Strike. Shards of Ice, is he able to? Nope, Apollo gets out of there just in time, not able to get taken out by Shards of Ice, thanks to the moves dash. Loki melting down Xbalanque, but not able to finish him off. Uses Vanish to come back out. We got Ao Kuang coming over. He uses his Slither, and then he uses Squall to slow down Xbalanque and finish off with the basic attack, which got help from, of course, Polynomicon for extra damage. Loki came over for some damage, but got out of there. Spirit's Tempest comes out and weakens Ymir but not able to finish him off. It's really weird, spectator. You can hear the moves, but you don't see them too well. Loki gets caught during his vanish by freezing breath and then release the Kraken from Poseidon, so down goes Loki. A little greedy there, actually very greedy. Tornadoes from Ao Kuang are able to take out Poseidon there as he's trying to escape, but not able to get Ymir. Ymir is able to escape. And it's very troubling that spectator is buggy like this. Oh, dang. And that's just the way it is. You know, they're just developing the spectator as they go. And looks like, does blue team want to take out the fire giant? Or is it the red team that wants it? Someone's pinging for it. Don't know who. They do have vision there, so they know if the blue team was going for it. Thor's getting himself an orange buff at the moment. It's looking alright here, and pause. So what is going on here? So there's let's see, there's 6 gold advantage going on right now. A lot of towers are down. Now the red team has really good warding coverage. They can see that. I don't know if they saw Apollo and Ao Kuang, but they took out the gold fury there. They know it happened though, because Nuwa was near Thor, so they could hear it. Thor stunning Nuwa there. What's going on over here? Ao Kuang being chased by Ra, getting hurt pretty bad by Ra. He slows down by Divine Light there. Ao Kuang missing the squall. Puts out tornadoes, not able to do much. Apollo coming in with Across the Sky, gets hit with Spirit's Tempest, and then finished off by Apollo and Athena's Defender of Olympus. So 3 ultimates came out to take out Ra. Dang. Thor is defeated by Nuwa. And a surrender call has been put down. We'll see if the red team does it or not. They are going for the fire giant though. So blue team going after the fire giant. Tornado comes down on the fire giant, doing a lot of damage towards it. Ymir sees it though. He's coming over. Is he able to steal it? Ymir does in fact have level 3 Hand of the Gods. He's probably going to use it. He is not able to use it. Looks like they stunned him down in time, and they take out the fire giant. They finish off Ymir. And now the Kraken comes out, not able to do too much damage there. Looks like Ao Kuang is going over to the left tower to push that back from Xbalanque. So tornadoes there. They're able to kill Poseidon in the mid. Left tower getting pushed back by Ao Kuang, but he's getting hurt. And they surrender. So red team surrenders there. Blue team wins there. And that is the game on that one. Let's take a look at what happened there in the builds. Was not able to cover the builds too well, so let's take a look at the builds now. So Ao Kuang victory there. Now let's critique on myself before I look at the builds. Obviously I did not look at the builds enough. I should have looked at them faster, got the flow better. Got stuck on names a little bit. I got stuck on god names too much. Bad by me there. I got a lot of work to do on that. I could have done a lot better there. I also missed a lot of the action there. Did not pay enough attention to the midi map too much. And that is also bad on me, not catching all the kills going on in this fight. Focusing on dual lane too much while there was a kill going on. And that's just too bad, just missing those kills. So, of course, that is one of the weaknesses of solo casting, is not noticing all the action while you're trying to get everything across. So there's a lot of room to improve there, and I gotta do better. I think I did better in the Thanatos run. Not so great here in the Ao Kuang run, so I gotta do a lot better. And just practice more. The more practice, the better. This time it was not so great. Last time I think was better. But if anyone thinks this is better, just let me know so I know that. But just could have done this a lot better. We all know that. We know I could have done this cast a lot better. And hopefully I do. But practice is practice, and we'll get better on that one. Just showed you this ranked match here. You saw Rob was doing pretty good and pretty bad at the same time. He was hard to kill, and he was doing some good damage, but he wasn't able to finish off too many people, which is why he only went 5-4-3. Ymir roamed a lot, but he didn't help as much as he probably could have, and he did get caught a lot in the dual lane. And the reason for it, though, is I think it's because Xbalanque was just out of mana all the time. Because Xbalanque was... Oh, let me just mute Ao Kuang a second here. Either one of these might be Ao Kuang, so there we go. And just because Xbalanque was always out of mana, he was not able to help. He was not able to help Ymir, and Ymir kept being out there on his own. Ymir is making things happen, but he wasn't able to do enough with it, and he kept getting killed. So that's just too bad for them there. Thor was being pretty... He moved around a lot, got a lot of good kills using his Anvil of Dawn. There was a couple kills he didn't catch, unfortunately for him. But he did pretty good. Poseidon went back and forth with Ao Kuang. Now, another reason why I probably missed on the action is because I was in the match. And me fighting Poseidon was just a back and forth. We just kept hurting each other and going back, hurting each other and going back, but we never really killed each other. So I knew there wasn't a lot of action in the mid, so I was focusing on the other lanes. But I also missed action because of that when the kills were happening, so that's bad on me for that. And just a lot back and forth. Now, of course, I don't agree with Poseidon going Doom Orb this late, seeing how he's died 5 times, but he did. So that's a weird build choice there. And just Xbalanque getting, lifesteal and power here and stuff, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it because he had no mana for his branching bullets to just hit more. And just, I don't know. I think my feeling on Xbalanque is you have to give a good amount of mana at the start so you can hurt your opponents using poison darts and then use your Rising Jaguar, because that combo is really strong early on. You can kill people very early with Xbalanque because of that. And they did not capitalize on that much. And then just later on, if he had the mana for Rising Jaguar, he could have killed Apollo or even Athena a few times, but because he had no mana and just hang back, he wasn't able to do much. Buying a potion or two would have really helped out Xbalanque. But he didn't, and they suffered for it for sure. On the other side of things, Ao Kuang Mi did alright. I used the Divine Ruin to try to just keep any healing Poseidon tried to do down, and he didn't, and that meant I was trying to just keep down the Vampiric Shroud. I think Mage's opening with Divine Ruin is just great because it's such a stronger anti-heal now and just a good heal on its own. It's so cheap, so that's why I open with that on Mages now. I think it works, and I went for stacks because Ao Kuang kills a lot of minions, Panomicon because it hurts so bad, and then I went anti-mage finally later on. Nuwa going for basic attacks. We don't get to see how well it went for a 362. That was a lot of Thor catching her though. Against Ra, they were going back and forth pretty well with this build she was going with. And who knows how she would have done later on in the match. But she was getting wrecked a lot, and part of that was her own just being caught out of position. She did get 2 towers though, so it's good on her. Athena just doing a good job being an assist. She's just jumping around, helping out teammates. Because of Magi's Blessing, she's able to ignore CC and CC people herself, so good job to that. And Apollo going 7-1-6. And some of that just has to do with how the dual lane was doing against him, how they just were not that effective because of what Xbalanque was doing, and how Ymir had to try to force things on his own and just getting caught on his own. Then Loki being effective going 6-3-7, getting some good kills there, going for some cooldown with the Jotun's Wrath later on, going for full-on just penetration. Titan's Bane on top of the Jotun's Wrath, and he's got Quinsize more damage, and he's going for just making his abilities stronger with the Hydra's Lament, because Aim Strike plus Hydra's Lament will just do more damage, of course. Will Assassinate plus anything plus Hydra's Lament will do more damage. He's going for that. As you can see, we had Nuwa with the level 3. Athena wasn't at level 3 yet, but we had Nuwa and Loki at level 2, so they were able to take out the Gold Pier and Fire Giant whenever needed. And we got lucky. Ymir did not take the Fire Giant at the end of that match. It's because he was getting stunned. He was getting hit with Nuwa's Flame Strike. He was getting hit with Athena's Confound. And they just kept him down to prevent him from taking the Fire Giant. So they did a good job there. And I just did alright myself. I was just pushing things back and forth. You can see over here just stats around. Let's look at those. And that is the game there. And like I said, I know I could do better. I could do a lot better, but I'll put this out there so you can all give me feedback on how I can do better there. I got caught up on names again. Everyone said don't focus on names so much. I still tried to focus on names, and I just got caught up there. Just because I just wanted to have just a breath of knowledge. But I still failed, didn't I? So that's too bad there. And that is the game. I had fun. Hope you for watching. And that's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. Apollo gets frozen now. He gets taken out with he gets hit with the Frozen Breath and Glacial Strike combo. Athena coming in with Confound weakens and slows down Ymir. And finally, Apollo finishes him off with a shot there. We have Ao Kuang rotating over to the dual lane, with Apollo alone fighting back the Ymir and the Xbalanque. Ao Kuang comes in, they're going to use it, he uses Tornadoes, and coupled with Apollo's basic attacks, they're able to take out Ymir. Ymir's cycling, is rotating through the mid, he might be going towards the right to help up. Now Poseidon gets caught by Loki with his Assassinate, and Ymir using the Frozen Breath on Loki, using Shards of Ice on him, he's not able to finish him off. Loki is barely alive. We have Thor and Ymir coming over for Apollo, but because of the vision that they have, they know that they're coming, and Apollo may be able to get out of there. Athena using Defender of Olympus to just defend Apollo. He uses the moves to escape. Is Athena able to get away, though? No, she is not. She saves Apollo, but she dies herself. Loki looking around, Apollo looking around. Athena sees Thor. Are they going to circle around for him? Looks like they are. Thor using Tectonic Rift. Berserker Barrage hurting Loki a lot. Athena using Confound. Oh, we got a lot of people here. Ra with his Searing Pain takes out Loki. Celestial Beam to weaken Apollo. But Thor gets taken out in all that mess. Ao Kuang being chased by Ra, getting hurt pretty bad by Ra. He slows down by Divine Light there. Ao Kuang missing the Squall. Puts out Tornadoes, not able to do much. Apollo coming in with Across the Sky, gets hit with Spirit's Tempest, and then finished off by Apollo and Athena's Defender of Olympus. So 3 ultimates came out to take out Ra. Dang.